Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And a big part of fixing it is exposing what can be something pretty concerning that I just showed, or that I just found from the AP's reporting. You guys know that YouTube changed their policy updates, or they enforced their policy updates, however you want to look at it, around the Second Amendment community. It happened yesterday. It's still kind of filtering out there. But the AP, a mainline news source, just reported that it's at the pressure of gun control groups. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to YouTube that maybe this is not true, but if it is true, as of the AP's reporting, you're going to need to reverse course because this looks like you're putting the thumb on the scale in the middle of an election year. That's the way it looks. That's the perception. Again, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and as we walk through this, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because we have got a message to send on this one. Beautiful people. Here we go. This is from the AP. This is not my reporting. This is literally from the AP. It's linked. YouTube toughens policy on gun videos in youth, and critics say proof will be in the enforcement. Now, you would think that from that headline, like I did, that the critics would be the people who are saying, this is not good. Why are you cracking down on the Second Amendment on YouTube again? But that's not what we're talking about. The critics that they're actually referencing are gun control groups being critical of YouTube, pressuring them into action against us 6 months before an election. I'm just saying, let's continue. Here we go. Again, it's all linked. This is not from me. Washington AP. YouTube is changing its policies about firearm videos in an effort to keep potentially dangerous content from reaching underage users. This is what YouTube says. The video sharing platform owned by Google said Wednesday, that was yesterday, today, it will prohibit any videos demonstrating how to remove firearm safety devices, which is already against the rules, by the way. In addition, videos showing homemade guns, automatic weapons, and certain firearms accessories like silencers will be restricted to users 18 and older. Again, I'm going to leave the policy piece over here for a second. That's not what I want to make this video about. All right, I'm going to start right here, and this is the part where it looks really bad in a fraught general election year to be putting this type of content out and this type of decision made when the gun control groups are saying this. The changes to take effect on June 18 come after gun safety advocates have repeatedly called on the platform to do more to ensure gun videos aren't making their way to the site's youngest users, potentially traumatizing children or sending them down dark paths of extremism and violence. Okay, coming after gun safety advocacy groups have repeatedly called on the platform, and then the action is taken 6 months before a general election. Guys, that doesn't look good. And that's the reason I'm doing this video, is because if the AP knows something about gun control groups like Everytown for Gun Safety or March for Our Lives or Moms Demand Action, pressuring people in YouTube to make changes to their policy just before an election, that certainly looks like something that is timing related. Again, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They can still reverse course. But this right here coming from the AP, and I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming from other organizations soon too, because they love reporting on this kind of stuff. This doesn't look good. But let's continue. I've got some actual verbiage from the AP article from groups who actually did this. And coincidentally, YouTube's policies changed and enforcement changed. You make your own decision. Katie Paul, director of the Tech Transparency Project, said the change was welcome news and a step in the right direction. But she questioned why the platform took so long to issue a new policy and said her group will look to see how effectively YouTube enforces its new rule. So they've been pressuring them for a while because it took her, she's surprised how long it took. She's glad to see them, and now she's going to be watching and monitoring to see how the enforcement looks. YouTube, you are now captive to a gun controlling audience. They just openly said they've been pressuring you forever in a public AP article. They're glad that you just did this, and now they're going to be watching to see how you enforce it going forward. You made a deal with the devil if this is what happened. But I'm going to be honest, it does not look good because as someone who studies the gun control groups all the time, this reeks of Everytown for Gun Safety's tactics and styles of approach when you're talking about this. Let's continue. I've got 2 more things for you, including a quote which is laced with misinformation and abject proven lies. Okay? Quote, "Firearms are the #1 cause of death for children and teens in America," said Paul, whose group has long sought stronger age controls on online gun videos. So again, reinforcing the idea that they've been doing this for a long time, and now there's a policy change 6 months before an election. Let's continue. As always with YouTube, the real proof of change is whether the company enforces the policies it has on the books. Until YouTube takes real action to prevent videos about guns and gun violence from reaching minors, its policies remain empty words. So, YouTube, if you guys are watching, and this is a respectful piece of advice, you are making, if this is true, you are trying to acquiesce and make a deal with the devil that will never be satisfied. This is the proverbial mouse and a cookie. Then they want a glass of milk. Then they want a napkin. I'm telling you, these people will not be happy until you've completely gotten rid of guns on your platform. They live in a world of incrementalism. And again, I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt in this, but this is getting harder and harder to see as not something that was pressured from the outside. Again, AP is reporting that could be completely wrong, but they do have it sourced. They do have quotes, and this was released 30 minutes ago, the filming of this video. And the policy changes came out yesterday or today. Well, it said Wednesday. Wednesday when they're quoting this. So let's just keep going here. Along with TikTok, YouTube is one of the most popular sites for children and teens. Both sites have been questioned in the past for hosting and in some cases promoting videos that encourage gun violence, eating disorders, and self-harm. So YouTube, again, if you're listening, they just threatened you across the board in this article, drawing up other things and accusing and drawing the combination of the gun violence threat to eating disorders and self-harm. The people that you are dealing with, the people that we have to deal with all the time, because it's never enough until they are satiated, which, by the way, is only when the Second Amendment is gone, and we're following all the rules, we're following all the laws, and everything is legal and constitutionally protected. These are the people that are openly bragging about making you do these things at YouTube, which will affect us and everyone underneath us, and this is what they're doing to you. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. How does this look? Did I land this plane? And I will see you on the next one. There's so much to cover. Thank you for watching.